Okay, so we've all been cooped up in some fashion or form the last 18 months, and we're reevaluating, we all are at some level of really how active and healthy is our lifestyle. And if you're thinking about making improvements, let me say that Arizona Big Media just recently did a study on the top 100 cities based on population. And believe it or not, seven of those top cities in America are right here in Arizona. Six of them are in the greater Phoenix area. Now, you're probably saying there's no beach in Arizona. No, no one venue has absolutely everything. So they took a mix of factors and analyzed on several key indicators that foster an active lifestyle. What are those indicators? Let's go through them real quick so that you better understand what I'm about to share with you. Venues for exercising, walkability, bike friendliness, overall health, weather, and natural conditions, including park space, air quality, and days without rain or snow. They also looked at beach length, but that's probably not going to apply to Arizona. But I have to say that it does help some ranking some of those coastal states. They also looked at fitness club access and costs, and believe it or not, what self-storage runs, because this is so bad, but sports, biking, and workout equipment are the number one thing kept in storage. That's kind of not productive, right? All right, so let's take a look at what those top 6 cities are within the top 100 here in the greater Phoenix area. Hi guys, it's Sheryl Willis over at the Real Agent Now group right here in Phoenix, Arizona. And if this is the first time to our channel, you're going to want to click that little bell and tap that subscribe button so that you are notified each and every time we release a new video. We are receiving dozens of calls every single day, and we love it. If you're even thinking about moving to the greater Phoenix area and you love that active lifestyle, you love the outdoors, you love healthy living, and you want to learn all the ins and outs about enjoying the greater Phoenix area while you live here, then you are going to want to pick up that phone, give us a call, send us a text, shoot us an email, days, nights, weekends. We are here when you're thinking about moving to the greater Phoenix area. All right, let's take a closer look and see what's the buzz going on about the greater Phoenix area. Okay, so number 6 is actually the city of Phoenix. You know, it's really hard for anyone to pull data or information if you don't live in Arizona on the greater Phoenix area, because we call it the greater Phoenix, it's the Phoenix metropolitan area, but there is also the city of Phoenix. And then within the city of Phoenix, we actually like to call it villages or neighborhoods. Well, there's probably over 1,000 neighborhoods. And so it is really hard to just go online and say Phoenix. So let me just say there are a multitude of great places in the city of Phoenix to really enjoy that outdoor lifestyle. The highest ranking the city of Phoenix got was in the 4th spot for having the most parks per capita. We have one of the wonderful benefits, it's of not all concrete in our main metropolitan area. It is comprised of parks, trails, mountains. Like, people think of this just flat, vast desert in Phoenix. It's not, I promise you. There is hiking right smack in the middle of the city. And although downtown Phoenix isn't quite the downtown that you see in other major metropolitan areas, if you ask me, that's a good thing, because we have a lot of downtowns in a lot of different cities. So not everyone is going to the same spot for everything. All the sports teams are all over the valley. All of the theater and concerts and all types of cultural activities are all over the valley. How about spring training? It is all over the valley. but we're talking specifically about Phoenix right here. And overall, Phoenix or Phoenix Metro was ranked extremely high because it is only scored at having 35 days of rain. Let me tell you, this summer has been actually one of the most enjoyable summers I have ever had here in the greater Phoenix area. Yes, everybody's had like global warming, crazy weather this summer, right? Even last year during the massive shutdown, we had the most consecutive days over 109, and it was tough. But we are prepared. That's the difference. Because we live in the heat, when it is consistently in the summertime over, let's just say 100 degrees, we all have air conditioning. So while we're seeing that temperature rise in places like Oregon, Washington, California, gosh, and the unfortunate droughts with the fires, not that we don't have fires here, but the point being is when it's 102 degrees in Seattle, that's a problem for people that live in the Washington area. So here, 102, that's a nice day. Go for a walk, take the kids to the park, you take the dog to the park. There's a lot of things you could do. In fact, I went to dog training this last weekend and it was 100 degrees, no problem. We have had so much rain, and that's where I started. We have had so much rain in the last month. It's almost overwhelming. Let me tell you, roofers and air conditioning peeps are super busy. And you're probably wondering why the air conditioning, because August, when you get the rain, is the highest precipitation time. The humidity is high for us here. So I know it gets to 98% humidity. Oh, in some parts of the country, that does not sound good at all. Well, for 1 month, we do have high precipitation. And for us, 70% is high. So we drip a little, but it's not that hot. So it's kind of a trade-off. But I would take 100 degrees with 70% versus an 80 degrees at 99% any day. All right, there's a lot of numbers there. But let's get on to Phoenix. So Phoenix, again, has so many parks. It has so many outdoor festivals and activities, great freeway systems, several different freeways that go throughout the greater Phoenix area. There are certain parts of Phoenix that have some of the best school districts, have amazing shopping. Oh my God, the restaurants, let me tell you, in the city of Phoenix, if you're a foodie, you're going to love what they have to offer in the city of Phoenix. There is just so many parts of Phoenix to enjoy so many different types of things. Some of the best hospitals are right downtown. We have Banner, we have parts of Mayo, we have Phoenix Children's Hospital. I can go on and on. Their employment, oh my gosh, there is a ton of employment in the city of Phoenix. There, like I said, Phoenix has so many things. Now, the median price, again, there's a wide variety. And so to say Phoenix, to even look at the average price would give you a false sense of what it costs to live in Phoenix, because there's parts of Phoenix where you can get a home for $350, $400, but there's the majority of the greater, see, even I do it, the greater, no, stop. I'm talking specifically about Phoenix, but I would say the average single family home in the Phoenix area for a nice community and good schools and kind of that newness, you're looking at closer to 700 to 900,000. And there's some amazing exclusive communities. I want to talk about Moon Valley, Arcadia, Desert Ridge. These are some of the most amazing areas in the city of Phoenix. And again, there's such a variety, it's hard to just look things up in Phoenix. So I promise you, if you give us a call and you tell us what your wish list looks like and what you need and want, and we'll find the right part of Phoenix for you. All right, let's get to the next city. That is going to be, this is going to be shocking. Are you ready? Mesa. Even I was shocked. I know that sounds terrible. I was surprised. And I'll tell you, Mesa kind of has a bad rap. And even I am amazed every single day at what I'm hearing and seeing going on in the city of Mesa. Let me tell you, Facebook just bought I don't know how many acres last fall, and they announced that they are building a almost $1 billion. It's like $800 million. Who counts dollars when it's that high, right? Facility, the data center they're going to be building out in Mesa, right by Google and Apple. You want to talk about technology companies that are expanding out here? Employment here is amazing. In fact, the greater Phoenix area, this time I am right, is slated to be the #1 job creator in America over the next 10 years. So when you talk about some of the markets that are slowing down, that is happening in probably a lot of places in the United States. But as far as Phoenix, everyone's moving here. That would be businesses and the jobs. And we have an amazing talent pool if you are a company that is looking at possibly moving to another location. We are super business friendly. You're going to love the tax structure. Come check it out. One of my favorite websites to watch is the Greater Phoenix Economic Council, GPEC. GPEC right now has over 400 companies currently reviewing Arizona and to come here and move their headquarters here. Again, because we're such an employer-friendly state, labor, costs, taxes. So check it out on the GPEC website. All right, so let's get back to Mesa. So Mesa is the second largest city in the greater Phoenix area, okay? Phoenix is the biggest city and Mesa is the second biggest city. Now we're talking about geographically. And Mesa was originally built probably in the 50s and 60s. It's where the majority of the housing and commercial properties, that's about the age that they were built. If you look at an old map from that time frame, we didn't even have a freeway that went out of the greater Phoenix area into the mountains. It was called the Beeline Highway, which is now Interstate 60, but back in the day, again, there wasn't. So right along that Beeline Highway, there was a lot of trailer parks for adult retirement communities built. Some of those trailer parks still exist today, and some of the condominiums and communities for even housing are adult retirement community. Now, because they were built so long ago, they've kind of, again, given that part of Mesa, maybe not the credit that is probably due. Parts of Mesa, the schools are a little challenging in that same area. But let me tell you, when the world woke up, or should I say, when Arizona woke up and said, we have some great land here, we need to do some things with it. And that's when it really started in the 80s. There's an amazing community called the Dobson Ranch. Dobson Ranch was one of the first planned communities out here, out west, I should say. And it was the first time multiple builders worked together to build this massive community. So instead of these little tiny communities, it was, hey, let's build a lake. Let's do community pools. Let's add tennis courts. Let's add parks. And then they had a mixture of it. Now, we all have seen that across the country now, but this was built in the 80s and it is in a high demand area. It's smack in the middle of the greater Phoenix, it's right in the Phoenix freeway system. So if you live in the Dobson Ranch area, it's funny because people are like, oh, okay, then I guess, you know, if Chandler or Tempe is too expensive, I'll go to Mesa. I'm like, I am telling you, this area is hot. We're talking individual homes. They weren't cookie cutter the way we all see today. So there is a lot of charm and eclectic looks and beautiful front yards. People care about their home in this community. That's Mesa. And then in the 90s, it just started growing, right? So I always say, you know, Scottsdale has beautiful mountain views, but Mesa has the same mountain views for half the price. Not kidding you. So when you start looking at the 90s building and in the 2000s and even the early 2010s, I guess, you can see these beautiful homes that are starting to be built on the south side of Superstition Mountain, which I have to say, I've hiked every single mountain here in the greater Phoenix area. I'm a big hiker. And I have to tell you, sunset, those mountains are the most amazing. And if you're a hiker and love outdoors, you're going to have to come and see this mountain range. It is insane. That's all I got to say. And if you come in the March or October timeframe, when the sun sets at just the right time, and you happen to be there, you will see a jaguar impose the shadow from the way the sun hits certain rocks, and then up against the main mountain range, you'll see a jaguar in the shadows. It's amazing. I'm not kidding you. So Mesa, more recently, wow, has become this explosion of everything. We finally built a light rail system, which I remember when they brought it in, it literally went from nowhere to nowhere. It was no fun. Bunch of us got together. We were like, all right, let's go park our vehicle. We're going to get on the light rail, and then we're going to do some bar hopping in between different stops. Well, you know, the light rail didn't stop in front of any bars. So it wasn't really a whole lot of fun. But since then, it's expanded quite a bit. Gosh, they've been working on that light rail about 15 years now. They've been working on the light rail now for about 15 years. So now we have some legs that carry some weight. So once that light rail system started coming in, then we started to see the shopping center and the downtown coming back to life. And then we started seeing more new builds and the communities they were building in Mesa. Let me tell you, some of these high-end luxury gated communities, we have golf courses, we have the massive trails I was telling you about. We have ranked #2 in America, the best planned community in the city of Mesa. That's called Eastmark. Eastmark is incredible, and it has only just begun. Eastmark, they started building Eastmark about 3 years ago. And right adjacent to Eastmark, I'm telling you, it hasn't even begun. I'm just telling you, there is going to be the world's largest privately owned sports complex called the Legacy Sports Complex. This thing is going to be enormous. We're talking about indoor, outdoor, everything, soccer, tennis, football, concerts, events, festivals, I get lakes, splash pads. I can't even think of all the things on the list. It's insane. And they just broke ground on that last year. It's going to be built in a few years. It's going to take a while. They're building a whole new freeway exit. There's massive stores, retail. I am telling you, Mesa has only just begun to reinvent themselves. And now, again, like I said, with Google, Apple, and Facebook opening up out there, you're going to see a whole lot more in Mesa. All right, next on our list is going to be the city of Glendale. Boy, Glendale has a lot of different things. Glendale is an old city, and Glendale is a new city. Glendale is also an entertainment city. Let me tell you, Glendale on the rank of 100 came in at 17, and their highest rating was #4 for the most gyms and their cost or affordability. So what does Glendale have? I'll tell you, it has a little of everything. Glendale is on the west part of the greater Phoenix area, and Glendale has our football team. I'll tell you, the mayor of Glendale many years ago was uber smart when they put together the most amazing package, and they brought the Phoenix Cardinals. Actually, no, they're called the Arizona Cardinals. Okay, yeah, I'm not a big football fan. They brought the Arizona Cardinals to an amazing stadium right smack dab in the city of Glendale. And adjacent to the Cardinals Stadium is what's called Westgate. Now, Westgate is definitely a highlight of the city of Glendale. So if you're looking for things to do, this is a city that you will definitely be going to visit. Whether you live in Glendale or not, you're going to pop on over there one day or another, and you're going to see either a football game game, a concert, or one of the many other events that are going on in the center of Westgate. Now, the Coyotes, that's our hockey team, just announced that they are not renewing their lease. So they won't be located in Glendale. And it's really exciting to see where they might go. So it's kind of neat, like I said, in the greater Phoenix area, it's not one downtown that has everything. There's different parts of town that has different things: basketball, football, tennis, everything. So keep your eye out to see where the Coyotes go, because hockey is getting bigger and bigger here in the greater Phoenix area. All right, Glendale Housing. Glendale Housing. Well, again, lots of variety here. So you can have the old historic in the downtown Glendale, which has a beautiful Christmas parade, by the way, cute little charming mom and pop boutique kind of stores, you know, the ones that you walk in and the bell like chimes on the door. We all know those, right? And Glendale also has some areas, though, that you just want to make sure you do a lot of research on the area, look at different ratings. I'll tell you, one of my favorite websites to go to is bestplaces.net. Ready? Bestplaces.net. And what you're going to want to do is search by zip code, not city, because you're going to find, if you pick just the city, like I said, if you just put in Phoenix, it's going to have all the good, the bad, and the ugly. So with Glendale and all the other cities, put in the exact zip code that you're looking for, bestplaces.net. I love it. They rank the cities on all different types of things: jobs, crime rates, school rankings, walkability, overall cost of living, affordability, etc. So you're going to love that website. But make sure in Glendale, again, because there's different parts of the city that are going to fit your lifestyle. And just make sure that you are comfortable with that. I always say you get what you pay for. So if the prices are lower, that's usually because it has a lower rating on one of the other types of things that they're ranking the cities on. So Glendale has a lot of super affordable homes in that $300,000 to $400,000 price point. And they also have some beautiful newer homes with some of the most amazing communities. Let me tell you, I have to say, there are parts of Arizona, I should say, there are parts of the greater Phoenix area, especially like on the outskirts where they're just starting to build. If I drive outside of the southwest greater Phoenix area, so more specifically, if I am driving to California and I am just leaving the greater Phoenix area, there's actually a desert gap between the greater Phoenix area and Buckeye. Buckeye is still kind of out, but it's part of us, but it's still part desert, if you ask me. So as I was driving out there not too long ago, because I had to take my dog to the beach, see, it's not that far. And I don't know about you, but I don't like having a bunch of sand and lots of places. So a visit once a month or every other month in the summertime is fine for me. So anyways, I'm driving through and I'm like, this is not pretty desert. It's not. And that makes it ideal to convert that not so pretty desert into these beautiful housing communities. So when you think of the greater Phoenix area, at once upon a time, there was a lot of not so pretty desert, and the builders have come in and they have most of it is zero escape. So don't think that they're like, we all know there's a drought. We all know there's a drought, but because we are the desert, we have always lived a lot more water conscious than any other state practically in America. I have to say Nevada does a lot of the same things that we do, and so does New Mexico. But because we live in the desert, we've always had different usage policies and practices. And for those of you who are worried about moving here and the water problem, the state uses more water on farming and open land than it does people. People consume less water than agriculture. So although it would be extremely unfortunate to lose some of our farming, it's not the people that are using all the water excessively. Although some people probably could use the water a little bit more consciously. So, and when you move to Arizona, it's somewhat natural to say, I don't want a brown front yard. But when you start to appreciate Mother Nature for what it is and see even some of the colors of the natural desert, you might want to rethink that. And also with today's turf, you can have your big green lawn and it doesn't take any water at all. All right. So like I said, so in the greater Phoenix area, it used to not be pretty desert, and it is now gorgeous with those housing communities that the builders came in and developed. There's also tons of golf courses. Did you know we have over 200? I actually read it was like way over that, but over 200 golf courses. And yes, even with the water there, maybe we're going to lose golf courses. I hope not, because that's a big draw. A lot of people like to come here all year long for golf. Me? No, never. You would ask me to leave. I promise. All right, next on our list. You're not going to be surprised. We have 3 more. You're not going to be surprised at these 3, but you're going to be surprised at the order they are in. Coming in at number 15 in America is the town of Gilbert. Now, you're probably thinking, why are you calling it a town of Gilbert? Because it's truly the nation's largest town. They have a population of about 250,000 people now, but they love that town name. And so they actually have petitioned to continue to be called a town. All right, Gilbert, you get it. So they are the biggest town in America. So Gilbert, oh gosh, Gilbert is amazing. How many different ways can I tell you that Gilbert is the place to live? Not only does it consistently shows up on every single type of national list, housing, affordability, low crime rate, schools, family, and now it's on active and healthy lifestyle lists. I'm telling you, Gilbert is incredible. If you come on out, you got to check it out. Not only are they ranked the 15 in the best, but they have several high ranking factors. Number 1, it's ranked 11 as health. Health would be everything from doctor accessibility to eating healthy at restaurants to living an outdoor lifestyle to the outdoor farmers market. They have the best farmers market, I have to say, in the entire greater Phoenix area. You have to catch it up. It's Saturday mornings. It's awesome. It's so fun. It's at the bottom of the water tower, and everything is locally owned. Also ranked at 22, outdoor livability. There are so many parks in the town of Gilbert. It is insane. And their parks are gorgeous. In fact, they are, when completed, the largest park in the entire, or should say the largest county park, because we have a lot of national parks here. But as far as a city county park, the city of Gilbert, it's called the Gilbert Regional Park. Real creative, right? When it is done, it will be the largest park in the entire state. And you want to talk about parks? We are talking everything from picnic areas to splash pads to water I'm trying to think of all the things, horseback riding to music venue to dog park. It goes on and on and on. There's even going to be a hotel out there because there's going to be so many people traveling in, and that'll be an amazing place to stay. So you got to check that out. Gilbert is just this amazing family, community, faith hug. And you feel it when you are in Gilbert. You can see all the farms. There's farms everywhere. And I'm not talking big corn farms. I am talking like you'll have to check out from farm to table, small acreage. Housing is adorable around this. I'm talking about none other than Agritopia. There are amazing restaurants that have these smaller farms that it is literally garden fresh, from tomatoes out the back and they're on your plate right now. This is all the things, the wonderful things that you can find in Gilbert. And there's trails, there's horse trails, there's water trails, there's running trails, there's, oh my gosh, there's outdoor shopping areas, there's Top Golf. Do you know what Top Golf is? We don't have just one. We have 2 of them here in the greater Phoenix area. Wouldn't be surprised if a 3rd one comes along real soon. This is such a blast. Okay, I told you I am not a golfer. I'm not even really a top golfer, but you know what? If I got a nice little cocktail and I'm with my friends and we're having fun, this place is so much fun. So there's a ton of outdoor, there's shooting ranges, there's go-karts, there's miniature golf, there's splash pads, there's water parks. I'm telling you, Gilbert is the place to be, not to mention schools are amazing. All right, so let's get to the next one. You're going to be surprised because I was surprised. I was very pleasantly surprised, but the second highest in Arizona is going to none other than Scottsdale. Gee, how did anyone guess, right? Scottsdale is literally world renowned. Like everybody knows. In fact, when I meet people anywhere in the world, and I live in the United States. Oh yeah, where do you live? I live in Arizona. Oh, where do you live? They're like, Scottsdale? That's the only place anybody ever knows. Now, more domestically, I still hear the word Scottsdale more than I hear Phoenix. Rarely do I hear any of the smaller cities, but Scottsdale, everyone knows. Now, here's the thing about Scottsdale too. There's a lot of different parts of Scottsdale. So it's a different vibe in different parts. So if you want that, party venue, Miami, like clubby kind of thing, we got that in Scottsdale. That is called Old Town. Old Town has all the happenings, including a rodeo. They're so modern in the rodeo though, and it's been around, gosh, I don't know how many years, but it's kind of cool. They shut down the whole streets and you can drink in the city, walking around during the rodeo parade. That is Parada del Sol in February every year. Scottsdale's the epitome of like the West. It has beautiful turquoise jewelry. They have amazing boutiques. You want to talk about spas and massages and hair salons, plastic surgeons, dentists. I'm telling you, Scottsdale has some of the most world renowned of all that. In fact, Scottsdale Fashion Square is to definitely be challenged with Rodeo Drive. I'm telling you, in Times Square, there is some top-notch designers, shops, custom tailors and diamond and jewelry. Let me tell you, Scottsdale, if nothing else, is a great tourist city. In fact, most people, when they come to visit, that's where they hang out. In fact, I think I was told it was almost top destination for bachelorette and bridal showers. I think I was told it's the top destination now for bachelor parties and bachelorette parties because Vegas is so expensive and just not the same that it used to be. And so everybody comes to Scottsdale now. It's insane. It feels like during the week in downtown Scottsdale, I went and met with somebody and had coffee. It was like spring break. I was like, don't any of these people work? But it's all, they were all on vacation and it wasn't vacation time. It was amazing. So you'll have to come check out Scottsdale. It has some of the best of everything. They were ranked 4th for the most active lifestyle in America. Not surprised. They were ranked number 2 for the best gyms, meaning locations and amenities, types of gyms, and that cost. And they also came out ranked in a different ranking system, 7th healthiest city in America. So there's a lot to be challenged here when you live in Arizona. Maybe it's because we have so many blue sky days, sunshine. We wear sleeveless shirts in the summer time, and that's okay. And then of course, since pandemic, I think we've all become just a little bit more casual. At least in Phoenix, we've always been casual when compared to especially the East Coast. In fact, when I lived in California and I had business travel, when I traveled to Hawaii and Arizona, I had very explicit orders to not dress as businessy. You didn't want to overdress for your client. And so it was intentional to dress more business casual, I guess you could say. And you find that amongst the entire greater Phoenix area. And so I think that because we're in the sun and we're exposing our skin a whole lot more, and by the way, SPF it all day, every day, 50 or higher. I'm just kidding, 50 is fine. And that everybody is just more aware of their appearance. So everybody eats better, everybody takes better care of themselves. We have a dry climate, so your hair is better. Our skin, it needs a lot more moisturizer, but it is not, when you say glowing in Houston, you mean dripping, right? Okay. And I'm not particularly fond of dripping in every spot. You know, I was in Atlanta, Georgia in July once. I was never so miserable. I didn't know the back of your knees could sweat. Just saying. So Scottsdale is one of the healthiest cities in all of America, and overall active and healthy lifestyle. They ranked, like I said, number four in the country. Like, that's crazy. 4, that's amazing. And you know what? There's still one higher. Can you believe that? Are you ready? Okay, let me go back real quick and let me just talk about Scottsdale Housing. So you can get a condo for $300,000 or $400,000, but the HOA fees are nutty. Okay, just to let you know, if you're in the downtown, like in that crazy, like Miami Vice party area, you are going to be paying serious HOA fees. Now, if you're looking for single family home, you're still going to be looking at least 600,000 or 700,000 for a small, I don't want to call them bungalow type homes, but some of the homes maybe in South Scottsdale, 2-bedroom, 1 bath, 3-bedroom, 1.5 bath. Smaller homes, no pool. Those are still going to be about $500,000-$600,000 if one comes on the market. It's in such high demand. As you move a little bit further north and you get up to the Quarter and Careland, it is absolutely beautiful, but you are looking much closer to $1 million as that average price point. As you continue north, maybe DC Ranch or the McDowell Mountains, which is on the east side of 101. In these areas, in the McDowell Mountain or along Shea Boulevard, you're going to find some of those planned communities, again, where I don't want to say cookie cutter homes, but you're going to see larger homes built like in the 90s. You're going to see some lake communities and some of the communities that have parks, or close proximity to some trails and parks. And those are going to be right around still that $1 million price point. And if you go further into the mountains or further north, those get even more expensive. So one of the secrets I love sharing with people, if you go really, really far north Scottsdale and then make a right and you head to this area called Rio Verde. Now, it is outside of the hustle and bustle, but if you are looking for that private luxury lifestyle and you don't want to pay 2, 3, 4 million, you can find some beautiful $1 million properties with over an acre and the most amazing views you've ever seen. And you're only about 30 minutes away from shopping, or I shouldn't say shopping, grocery stores and gas stations. Major shopping would be a little bit further, but you'll have to check that out. So Scottsdale has a lot to offer, but their medium price home is going to be closer to that $1 million price point. Let's look at the number one. Well, not the number one in the country, but the number one in Arizona. Are you ready? Here we go. The top ranked Arizona city for active and healthy lifestyle is the city of Chandler. I was like, what? I had to look at that closely. Chandler is my home. I chose Chandler for a lot of different reasons, but today they have, I mean, they're a full city in every way. They have everything from an economy to employment, to education, to freeway system, to infrastructure. That's the same as freeway system, to schools. I'm telling you, Chandler has everything. And now to hear that it was ranked number 3 in the entire United States as the leader or leading active lifestyle, they're ranked number 7 for gyms. There is gyms. I belong to 3 of them. I know that sounds so weird, but I think because the gym memberships are so inexpensive here and they all have something different to offer, that people do have multiple gym memberships. And then some people love like Orange Theory and that, like, kill yourself for an hour, or it's 45 minutes. Yeah, that's not my cup of tea because I got hurt once, but we have those, it seems like, everywhere. And then we have the kettlebells, and then we have regular gyms, and then we have yoga gyms, and then we have personal training gyms. And then, I mean, we could go on and on. We have Planet Fitness gyms. We have affordable gyms. We have, I'm just telling, EOS, Golds, everything from big corporate to locally owned to private training. We have it. And Chandler has a lot of that. It's ranked number 15 for outdoor livability and for an overall health score. How's that? They have Chandler Regional. We also have a Trauma 4 center right there, which is kind of in the west center part of Chandler. Chandler has some of the most beautiful, in fact, they have the most water communities in all of the greater Phoenix area. Chandler, and these are reclaimed water, okay? So again, when people are like, oh, look at all that water wasted, it's not water wasted, it's being used well. We have golf courses, we have amazing school districts, we have some of the 3, 4 maybe top high schools in the entire state are right here in Chandler. If you are looking for academics, if you're looking for multilingual, if you are looking for athletics, Chandler has the best high schools. We are talking the downtown. You are talking also the #1 destination for live music. You can go to 40 different venues on any given Friday and Saturday, and you can see a variety of live music. I'm telling you, it has everything. We have breweries. If you like that brewski, we have wine bars. If you're a vino, if you like healthy eating, we have more vegan, vegetarian, paleo, keto friendly restaurants. And I'm not talking restaurants that offer 1 or 2. I'm talking a restaurant I will take you called Tris Cafe. There's one in Phoenix and there's one in Chandler. You're going to be eating vegan food and didn't know it was vegan food. Like, it is, they are incredibly amazing. And we have a mega amount of food. We also have festivals. We have the downtown. Also, the City Hall building, which is absolutely gorgeous, is one of the most green-friendly buildings in America. They've won all kinds of awards. They are super forward-thinking. Technology is amazing in Chandler. Yeah, Intel has their largest fabs here, and they're expanding it by another $20 billion. We also have Northrop Grumman. We have so many suppliers, supply chain from Intel that have been moving out here for the last 20 to 30 years. We have hundreds of thousands of technology jobs here. We have finance, we have insurance, we have healthcare. It is insane how much diversity the city of Chandler offers its residents. It is just, it's incredible. It's so proud to see that they're also one of the most active and healthy lifestyle cities in America. Now, before I let you go, you're probably wondering what's #1 and #2. And I have to say, I'm okay with saying this. It is Long Beach, Irvine. Those are the 2, 1 and 2, are ranked the highest active and healthy lifestyle areas. I was just out there. I saw it. Everybody is riding their bikes, walking, roller skating. That was funny. I didn't know that still happened. All the people walking and living outdoor life was amazing. But also, when I would talk to some of the locals, and I asked them, of course, where they lived, what they did for a living. We're talking small, tiny homes, lots of them. The younger people under the age of 40 are renting because the affordability is just insane. Cost of living is insane. Everything was more expensive. Gasoline, the taxes, food. It was just over the top for me. It was fun to visit. Like I said, I pop on out there every once in a while with my dog and we go visit the beach. It's so much fun. But I have beaches here too, on the lakes and the reservoirs that we have plentiful in the state of Arizona. So anyways, we're proud. We'll take those 6 top in the 100 in the United States. And if you're thinking about living a better lifestyle, a more healthy, active lifestyle, and also considering cost of living, income, jobs, and again, that overall diversity. And how about 300 blue sky days to enjoy it? Then pick up that phone. You're going to want to give me a call right now. Send me a text, send me an email. I will personally respond. We'll get you when you're moving here to the Phoenix area. We'll make sure we get you in the right spot at the right time at the right price. All right, guys, thanks so much for chiming in. Have a great one, and we'll see you all soon. Bye.